Oke guys, selamat datang kembali di channel dan YouTube dan TikTok Akmalrin 98. Udah lama ya. Mari kita mulai season Letter to the Future. Jadi, let's go. Mari kita mulai lagi game yang sangat indah ini. Uh, aku nggak tahu terakhir kali main game ini kita berada di mana dan tiba-tiba di sini. Jadi mari kita nikmatin a season later the future. Oh, game ini satisfying banget buat dimainin sih. Dimana kalian menuju hari akhir dan ya setidaknya kalian di sini tahu kalau hari itu akan berakhir, kehidupan kalian itu akan berakhir sebentar lagi. Dan tuh, apa ini? Everyone is dead. Every wire is cut. I hate this season.
Someone was out here alone.
Oke. Jadi katanya semua jalur sudah mati dan setiap tali itu sudah dipotong katanya. I hate this season. The long journey. Aku hampir lupa nama karakterku ini. Steven. Oh. Whew. Let's go. Kita bahkan nggak ketemu orang-orang ya. Setelah kita keluar dari kota. Ini semak-semak kah? Nggak bisa dilewatin guys. Apa ini? Wait. Wait. Wah, musiknya. Indah anjir. Jadi ini
One
kotak
melody is
musik.
like me out here
Like
alone.
me, her, I can really love
Can't
like
really
this
live
ya.
like this.
Aku bener-bener gak bisa hidup kayak ini. One voice, one tune, alone in the wilderness cannot last long. Two voice is melody, melody and a harmony is enough to survive a little while. Three voice and communicating is song can last full. Kita pick up
They
aja.
kept themselves company with music.
Jadi kayak ini orang-orang yang hidup dengan kayak lagu mungkin. Bisa dibilang kayak musisi lah guys.
Two voices is like me and my mom.
Ya mau we can survive
can
based on
survive.
directly you need more.
But eventually, you
Oke,
need
satu
more.
lagi guys. Oke. Jadi berkesinambungan dong.
Three voices is complex
Like
as
is life
life is
supposed to
supposed
be.
to be. I could listen forever.
Jadi ketika kalian mendengar satu musik tuh ya kalian bisa hidup, tapi kayak lagunya itulah guys, Boys Likes Girl, Two Better Than One, Thunder. Jadi dua itu lebih baik daripada satu dan tiga itu lebih baik daripada dua. Intinya jangan sendirian. Makanya ini tiga rhythm digabung jadi satu itu jadi suara yang sangat kompleks. Namun Harusnya aku foto tadi ya. Oh, harusnya aku rekam tadi. I'm a driver from a group that's building community. I'm living with here. Goodbye this lonely place. Going to lonesome season.
Looks like they made it out of here.
Harusnya aku rekam tadi.
What
Aduh.
is this group?
Let's go. Mari berpetualang. Dang, tereng, tereng. Hang Valley. Apa kita akan masuk ke tempat lain? Sumpah hujannya bikin satisfying banget, guys. Oh, ini yang di trailer, teman-teman. Aku tahu ini.
In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life. I listened back to it, ready to note down anything that seemed important.
Ini neneknya ya. Jadi akan sedikit ku jelasin. Jadi A Season Later the Future ini adalah tentang hari sebelum akhir. Jadi yang dimaksud akhir dari sini adalah ketika semua ingatan seseorang itu dimulai lagi dari awal, guys. Jadi kayak a new one. Jadi seorang yang baru. Jadi seluruh dunia ini kayak direset ulang. Jadi ingatan kalian tentang orang-orang di sekitar dan semuanya itu bakal dimulai dari nol lagi. Jadi dimulai dari empathy, memory. Jadi karakter utama di game ini adalah untuk ngabadiin semua kenangan dia dan semua apa ya, kayak landmark yang ada. Jadi kayak sebuah kalau zaman dulu apa ya bilangnya ya, time capsule atau memory capsule gitu ya.
Whoever that might be. This
Kurang
is
lebih
the
gitu.
elder speaking.
It's the elder
Sitting
speaking.
in the plaza,
Kita duduk di
saying
plaza
goodbye
katanya,
to a dear soul.
ucapan selamat tinggal untuk jiwa
We're
kita
here to
ya.
see if there's anything useful in my mind
We have to see if there anything useful in my
that could
mind
help you on your trip.
that could help you on the trip. Nah, dan ini mungkin bakal ngebantu kau selama perjalanan.
Centuries worth of memories, dreams, fantasies, visions.
Tentang kenangan, mimpi, fantasi dan
Like a
penglihatannya.
big, old, haunted library.
Oke.
When I die, this library will burn down.
Ketika aku mati, katanya mungkin perpustakaan ini akan terbakar
But which
jatuh
book
katanya.
should we check out first?
Tapi kenapa nggak kau pilih salah satu buku pertama
I
kamu?
don't
Katanya.
have all the answers.
Jadi maksudnya itu ketika kiamat, guys. Kiamat di sini ya kayak aku bilang tadi. Mungkin aku udah
But
punya
I do
semua
feel
jawaban
the
tapi.
story of my life could help you understand what kind of world is out there.
Kok. Tapi katanya mungkin aku ngerasa cerita tentang hidup aku itu mungkin bakal sedikit ngebantu kau katanya di luar sana. Do you have any other advice for my trip?
It's okay not to understand everything right away.
Masalah untuk tidak mengerti katanya.
The moment may pass before you've gotten a firm hold on it.
Oke.
But as long as you're there to witness it, to take it down in your journal, you and others to come will someday take the time to make sense of it all.
Oh, siapa nama asli kau?
Francis Kale, if you must know.
Francis Kyle. Jika kau
You
mau
can call
tahu
me
nih.
Frank. Or
Frank?
Elder.
Or elder.
Or the Elder. Or Elder
Or
Frank.
the elder. Or elder Frank.
You know,
Fred.
whatever. I
Kau
don't
tahu,
care.
tersalah. Aku tidak peduli. Di mana kau lahir?
I was born on the ocean.
Di
My
ocean.
mother and father worked on a cruise ship.
Hmm.
Short-lived but glorious, watery republics,
Yep.
floating cities. Most won their
Ada yang habis
independence by the
jalan-jalan
time I
nih.
was born.
Yoi. Kalau Akbil nggak sih barokah ini? Aku Akbil
How
deh.
can I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season.
They were a gel of the golden season.
Pleasure boats with a radical political program. How
Oh,
nice. The golden age was a time of flags,
Oi, Bang
logos,
Akbil.
mottos, mastheads.
Apa kabar, Akbil?
My mom
Bang,
taught
boleh
me
main
to
War
read them.
Simulator kah? Iya, Putra. Udah lama banget ya. Udah 2 tahun yang lalu. Oke, selamat datang, guys.
She was the ship's philosopher.
He was the ship philosopher. Maksudnya gimana sih ship
My
philosopher tuh?
dad was a recycling engineer.
Oh, my dad recycle engineering.
Recycling on the ship was a matter of life and death.
Iya, udah lama banget gak live. 14 hari kan aku gak live. Bener-bener rest for my life, guys.
We had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy.
Okay. Tell me about your dad.
Struggled against waste and entropy.
Yups.
It was a never-ending puzzle of inputs
Pengen
and
main car for
outputs.
sale, Bang. Car for sale.
The waste
Aku
of one
penasaran
system
sih,
could
nanti
be
aku
the
coba
source
beli deh.
material for another.
Seru ya kayak main
Was
car for
just
sale
a
ya.
I remember one time asking him what the trouble was. He said, I'm trying to create a system that is more efficient than the human body,
Passion in the human
which had
body.
millions of years to evolve and still has vestigial
Aku
organs
penasaran aja jadi gamenya.
and dies if it doesn't have water for 3 days.
It doesn't have water
His
for 3
name
days.
is Merrick Kale.
Dan namanya adalah Mary Kyle. What was it like growing up there?
I loved the way the ship would tilt and roll with the waves,
Jadi dia,
especially as I fell asleep. Now picture me as a kid in bed.
jadi guys dia
Feeling
nih
the
kayak
sway
orang
of
yang
the
hidup
ship.
berlayar lah,
It
si
was
Elder
like
ini.
being rocked to sleep as a baby.
Dia lahir di laut, tinggal di laut,
I
dan
loved exploring the ship.
bapaknya itu seorang engineer recycle kapal. Jadi kayak kapal-kapal rusak dia benerin,
Wandering through the
dia bagusin
suites,
lagi,
the swimming
kayak gitu.
pool, the game rooms, and oh, there were 2 dance halls, a large, elegant one and another one in the basement. A lot of my firsts were down there. My first dance, my first kiss, and so forth.
Kapan kau ninggalin kapal
Our
itu
ship
katanya?
was taken over in the early days of the war.
Oh,
That was
oke.
the end of the watery republics.
Buku itu akhir dari
I
Water
heard the
Republic.
dance hall in the basement became a weapons cache. Took me half my life to say goodbye to the world I knew in my youth. Imagine me and my parents and everyone I knew being escorted off the ship by a company of soldiers. And I'm thinking, I hope they don't make a mess of my room. I was embarrassed by the younger kids who were crying their eyes out.
Okay.
But they knew, I guess.
What's the end of
The
season?
start of the war was a turning of seasons.
Oh, bener kan katanya? Ya katanya. Jadi the start of the war is turning of seasons.
And we had been warned the season was going to end. Oh, but we didn't
Thank you, Akbil.
understand the
Thank you
warning.
guys, the vampire.
You see, one
One
night,
Michael has
along
custom
the
with some
coastline, we
beautiful
saw
light.
shimmering above the water. Later, we found out this was an ancient warning system. It hadn't been used in so long. We didn't know what it meant.
Yups.
We just thought, well, ain't that pretty? We tried to stick together and camped out on the coast of the prismatic grounds.
How did you feel?
I thought it was all temporary. I couldn't see how things would return to normal, but I was sure they would. Aside from that delusion, I was okay.
Was
Are you
okay.
sure you want me to keep going? The story gets darker from here on.
Just keep going gitu.
Okay, so
Oke, jadi ini,
conditions in the camp were getting worse.
kondisi dalam game tuh jadi
My
sedikit
mom got
kacau
lost
nih.
in thought for long periods of time.
Oh, dia kehilangan ingatan ya?
She'd be completely still for hours, days even. We realized she caught, well, now we call it time misperception disorder. It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing.
It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing. Jadi itu adalah kayak kau kehilangan kekuatan kau untuk mengatakan sudah berapa lama waktu itu berlalu,
A
guys.
minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10
Semenit itu seperti sejam dan sehari itu seperti 10 detik gitu ya.
What's so hard is the feeling of absolute loneliness.
Kayak kalian nggak tahu waktu lagi sih, itu bisa dibilang kayak.
Normally we're all at least
Kayak kalian nonton live ini ternyata tuh sudah berhari-hari guys, padahal baru 1 menit. Kalian ngerasa udah kayak lama kali.
We heard about a traveling doctor who could cure these kinds of
Kurang lebih kayak
diseases.
gitu sih.
I decided to go find him. I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and he traveled with his son Lucio. People talked about him like he was a god.
What's going with the war? Apa yang terjadi dengan perang itu?
Prismatic grounds had roped almost everyone into their system.
Yup.
Until they reached the far wastes and heard nobody reacted well. It got to the point of, neighbor grievances had been buried so deeply we forgot they were there. It felt like things changed overnight. I'd pass through a city and hear later that they'd torn each other apart. I could not imagine it. I described my mom's condition to Dr. Fumio. He said there was no cure yet.
Dia bilang tidak ada obatnya
There was a
katanya.
village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance at treatment. Lower places are more dangerous. He invited me to join them in going to the village, but I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me.
What happened next?
I packed my things and got ready to
Ready
leave
leave
the
the
next morning.
next morning.
At night, my mom came to me in a dream.
Dalam mimpi, ibuku datang dalam
She was
mimpiku katanya.
sitting in a field of flowers.
Dia berdiri di sebuah ladang
I
bunga.
promised as I last saw her.
Oke.
We were the same height.
Kita berada di ukuran
Pressed
tinggi
a
yang sama
finger
katanya.
hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of the gesture. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again.
Aku tahu katanya. Apapun yang aku lakukan, aku tidak akan pernah lihat
In the
keluargaku lagi
morning,
katanya.
I told Dr. Fumio I would follow him to Kalo.
Dan paginya aku bilang ke Dr. Fumiho kalau aku bakal ngikutin dia tuh Kalo
The next few
Village.
weeks were very physically tiring, hiking, climbing. And when we found the village, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world. The treatments worked. Everyone was healing. So why couldn't I? One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace, just there was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war, but I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, it was over, but it had taken my home. That night, as I was falling, I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if I was being tossed on the
Cerita kompleks banget, aku bingung jadi.
in my bedroom on the
Just back in my bedroom on the
as if I
ship.
was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home, and nothing could hurt me.
And nothing could hurt me, dan tidak ada yang bisa menyakitiku katanya. Gila sih ini game. Tapi aku udah ngantuk guys. Kita balik lagi ke sini ya. Di mana? Holy moly. Indah banget cuy. Kita ditemani sepeda pink yang sangat indah guys. Wow. Ini bendungan ya? Ya benar nih bendungan. Kita harus stop di sini dulu sebentar. Kan ada sesuatu yang bisa kita lihat. Pink Valley Dam, a gift from the prismatic ground and the electric pest project year of
We never used
515.
this kind of technology in my village. Nobody trusted it.
banget cuy. Kenapa game ini selalu satisfying ya, dan bikin kayak orang-orang kayak kita, orang kayak aku ini jadi pengen tidur lebih cepat guys, dan pengen kayak sama seperti didongengin seseorang. Non entry katanya. Boleh masuk, gak boleh masuk. Halo.
Oh,
Oh,
the valley.
The Valley ha katanya.
1 second.
Tunggu sebentar. Not entry. Here stand the gateway to Thick Valley. Home on the three main fall god. Every enter to imagine blah 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 blah
You're
blah
not the
blah.
first to do this. Just the first in a long time.
Is that a strotophob? What are they called?
What are they
What is
called? Apa yang mereka kata? Apa itu? Entahlah katanya. My
I
recorder?
love old gear like that.
Wah, aku sangat suka deh
It's
peralatan
getting more
ini.
and more rare.
It's getting more and more rare
I have a
katanya.
camera, but it broke.
Aku punya kamera tapi udah
Not
rusak
that
katanya.
interesting of a story, I guess.
Tidak.
What are you doing here?
Jadi apa yang kau lakuin di sini gitu ya? I'm here to observe and
The whole
record
thing, huh?
the whole thing, ha?
You're young. You got time.
Kau sangat muda, kau punya waktu
What
katanya.
kind of stuff are you recording?
Jadi apa yang kau rekam katanya? Apapun yang
That's
membuatku
the way to do it,
tertarik.
if you ask me.
That's the way to do it. If you ask me katanya.
Anyone asked me, I mean.
Mean.
The valley would be a good place to use those tools.
Oke.
Too bad it's closed down.
Please
Let me
close
finish
this.
up here, huh?
Tadi boleh masuk nggak aku nih? Dia yang lama-lamain kita loh. Padahal aku mau masuk. Ayo, yang mana? Arah. Pick up dong.
It seems like I'll have to wait for night to enter the shrine.
Hey,
Hey katanya. Hey what? Dia manggil doang.
this was like a second home for a while.
This was like a second for a
That was
while.
fun earlier when you showed up.
Yeah?
And I was carrying the cardboard man. You were like, who are these guys?
What is guys?
I've been pretty bored here.
Aku benar-benar
You know,
bosan di sini.
the valley's gonna be flooded soon.
Kau tahu the valley is gonna be flood soon.
That's
guys.
why nobody can go in there.
Itulah kenapa tak ada satupun yang
The dam
pergi ke
is
sana
falling
katanya.
apart.
Maksudnya gimana?
It's too old.
Itu sudah terlalu tua.
There's
katanya.
nobody left who knows how to repair it.
Dan tidak ada seseorang pun yang tahu bagaimana cara untuk
We're taking
memperbaikinya
it down
katanya.
so we'll know when it'll collapse. It gives us time to evacuate everyone.
Who is wicked?
Greyhounds.
Grey Hands.
We're a community organization.
We are community
We do all
organisasi.
kinds of fun stuff. Health clinics, minesweeping, daycare,
Yeah,
evacuations,
meeting.
weddings.
Semuanya dong. Sampai
Ini-
nikahan. Udah Pancasila guys.
It was supposed to be because we're helpful yet neutral.
Oke, karena mereka tuh membantu,
We took a vote and decided to
sangat
change the
membantu di
name.
sini deh. Ya,
We want something more friendly sounding. I'm
Yeps.
excited to find out what it will be. We're trying to get new things going. But it's hard. The past really has a tight grip on people. Doesn't feel like a fair fight. So we're trying to...
So trying.
Anyway. It's funny. I stood guard here for a week. And I've only seen greyhounds like myself and valley people on
their way out.
But now I see you and you're like a...
Dan tapi sekarang aku lihat kau dan kau seperti gitu ya.
New element or
something. Oh seperti katanya elemen baru atau
I've never
sesuatu
met
gitu ya.
anyone doing what you're doing.
Aku tidak pernah ketemu seseorang ngelakuin apa yang kau lakuin gitu ya.
And we greyhounds gotta support new things.
Yep.
So
Jadi apa?
I'm not supposed to let anyone in.
Aku tidak akan membiarkan siapapun lewat.
How can I? Jeez. I think you should go down into the valley and take a look.
Katanya aku pikir kau harus pergi ke bawah dan lihat apa yang terjadi gitu ya. Ya udah biarin aja ke bawah. Banyak cerita.
I was trying to wink. Well, you get the idea. Go on and put that old gear to use. You can take my map of the valley too.
Oh, ya, kau bisa ambil itu juga, mapku juga ya. Aku udah tidak butuhnya lagi nih. Orang-orang juga udah mulai pergi ya.
See you then.
I met a greyhound.
Let me into the valley.
I think he wanted me to record what the greyhounds were up to.
Yeah.
He gave me a map. The assembly point seemed like a good place to start.
Dixter assembly point. Jadi kita akan ngerekord
what he expects me to discover in the valley.
Bersama sepeda pink. Ayo sepeda pink. Map of the valley. Gunawan sedikit melihat dulu guys. Menikmati apa yang sedang terjadi. Dan kenapa banyak orang-orang meninggalkan tempat ini. Wow. Ini Season Letter of the Future. Nama gamenya. Wow. Anjir merinding cowok. The Tank Valley Entrance, King Valley. Gila, indah banget. Welcome to Chiang Valley. Ini benar-benar semuanya udah ditinggalin guys. Ntar aku sedikit lupa kontrolnya gimana. Intrigues, WA bla 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 bla, shift, ring bell. Mau kamera gimana? Mau kamera? I want journal listing. Kita sekarang berada di mana? Welcome to Chienville. Chienville. Oke, kita rekam dulu guys. Welcome to Tiang Valley. You made it here, but we met here katanya. Oh, aku tahu maksudnya. Jadi, ya kau berhasil berada di sini, tapi kami katanya. Kami yang membuat ini gitu ya.
I am probably the last person that will ever be welcomed here by this sign.
Ya. Kayaknya kita bakal jadi orang terakhir juga ya. Oke, ini petanya guys. Tell with the trodden path. The very first stand has been the same channelist at least year 350 year ago. Imagine million of pilgrim walking assembled to visit famous King Valley sirens.
The elder told me there's very little information about the
Udah
years
lama
before
banget ya berarti ya.
500.
Blood ceremony of the random dead.
I have wondered about the lives beneath unkept graves.
Let's go. Ngerem ya kayak gitu. Children Front Area. Ini seri ini ya. Memory Flower. Parkir lah sepeda.
I wonder what the flowers have to say.
Wow, keren banget cuy. Tonia.
God of sleep, I've been gathering harpic.
Apa? General mau break di center kamera. Aku bawa kamera, mana kameraku woi? Bentar guys. Use kamera B. Use kamera space. Ah, ini loh.
These metal animals are looking up.
Ini yang saya tunggu teman-teman.
It must have been important to have such an elaborate.
Kita harus mengabadikan momen-momen yang ada. Kenapa tempatnya kayak bergoyang-goyang gitu ya? Apakah aku harus mengambil sepeda? Gak harus sih, tapi lumayan juga kalau ada sepeda kan. Karena ini sepeda nggak bisa di piwit. Nah, nggak bisa kayak gitu. Pakai namanya kurang ajar guys. Tidak teman. Apa ini? Apa ini? On area. Ini kayak tempat yang sudah tidak bisa diapa. Hungry eyes and empty stomach. Mata yang lapar dan perut yang kosong. Tap inspiration available. Dengar ada yang ngomong. Kita masuk ke halusinasi atau apa ya di sini? Apa yang terjadi? Suara sirine. Oke lah guys, kayaknya sekian dulu lah live stream kali ini. Udah 1:30. Thank you semuanya udah mampir teman-teman di YouTube, di TikTok. Thank you guys. Sangat menyenangkan bisa kembali live bersama kalian. I really miss you guys. Dan bye bye. Thank you so much.